Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing a storyline video talking about where the end of season 7 is going and talking about everything that I noticed in my map change video. So if you haven't already checked out my map change video, go and check it out. I uploaded it a few hours ago. It's an awesome video. It goes over every single map change that we've had in today's update, and if I do find any others, I will make a video on them tomorrow. It might only be a short video, but there might be a few map changes that I missed, mainly like really subtle ones really, but I'll cover them tomorrow for you guys in a video, a short one. Anyway, so let's jump into this one and show you guys exactly what I think is going to happen with the storyline relating to characters, season 8 and season 9 and the end of season 7. So we're talking 2 seasons ahead here in this video today, and I have been mentioning this throughout the last few story videos or theory videos that I've been making, but now we actually have some evidence and some proof that something is going to happen regarding the event. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to be putting any leaks into it. I'm not going to be doing anything like that, just so I don't want people to get the storyline spoiled or anything like that. I haven't really looked into leaks that much. I've seen a few. I've seen like loading screens and stuff like that all over the internet, but I'll go over them a little bit, but I won't actually put them on screen so it doesn't spoil it for you guys. But also guys, if you haven't already, go and use code postboxpat in the item shop because it shows support and respect to the channel, so make sure you go and do that, and tweet me at postboxpat or message me in my Discord to gain a shout out in tomorrow's map change video if I find any. But anyway, let's jump into this and show you guys exactly where I want to start with this. So the first thing is this floating ball, which I mentioned in my map change, is pretty interesting. It has a few different features. It's when you go close to it, it freezes up, and it also looks like something's inside of it kind of when you look through it. So a little bit confusing exactly what's going on with that, but there we have it, and it does freeze up like this. So what is this trying to indicate, and how is it going to work this event? Well, this globe is actually indicating some sort of frost or snowstorm event coming. From what I know and from what I've heard in the Fortnite storyline and stuff like that, from looking at the loading screens, I'm pretty sure that the map is going to get a pretty heavy storm, which relates to the snowfall skin. So basically there's going to be some sort of winter storm coming through the map that will make it difficult to see in this area. A little bit like this, kind of indicating that it may be snowed up a little bit like this on your screen right now, the kind of view I'm getting right now with the cracks on the screen and stuff. Well, I guess this is exactly what we could possibly get when the snowstorm comes. This sort of view, and maybe some clouds of snow all over the map, basically unable to see what is going on. Now, how has this orb actually got here? Well, from what we found in the map change video, and something that I want to dig into a little bit more, is the wizards themselves. Now, the wizards, by the looks of it, have crafted this bulb or Sophia or whatever you want to call it. It's probably going to get a nickname like Kevin. I doubt it will be called Kevin, but I don't know what you could call it. You could call it maybe something cool. I don't know, Sophia or something like that. Yeah, like, who knows what you could call it. But, you know, let's go into it a little bit about these wizards and stuff. I'll probably come up with a name of it eventually. If we do, we'll put one in the comments and pin it. But yeah, this bulb here, by the looks of it, has been crafted by the wizards. It looks like basically a larger version of this one right here. So that's what's kind of making me think potentially that this has been crafted by the wizards. Now, this area is actually owned by the wizards. If you don't know already, their loading screen is also in this area. So it just makes me feel like, you know, this has to be something related to the storyline, this little bulb here. So obviously we have it in the sky right here, and that relates pretty well. But how does the Ice King actually play a part in this? Well, it's pretty obvious. The Ice King himself obviously rules this castle and has been here for a while. I've mentioned throughout my past few story videos that the Ice King himself has been on this island or iceberg type thing for a very long time. And basically, as it slowly started to melt, because it connected to a hotter environment, obviously the Fortnite island, and this has caused the iceberg to melt, and now the Ice King will rise. Ice King, hence a snowfall skin, so obviously we're going to get something on the lines of more snow coming down on the map. Also, we can go down to the bottom, which relates to the dragon eggs, and that also has had a few map changes as well. This area has opened up a little bit. I didn't really cover it in the map change video that much. I'll probably do that later on, but you get the idea. These eggs themselves as well could also be crafted by the wizards. So potentially they may have been founded by the wizards, crafted by the wizards, looked after by the wizards. And if you guys don't already know, something that is key and something that we haven't really picked up on in the storyline was when we originally saw this iceberg, it was only the top of Polar Peak that was available for viewing. Hence the wizards still in their den, and the wizards would have been running Polar Peak. Now, once the Ice King awakens and he wakes up from wherever he's sleeping or whatever's going on, wherever he's been frozen, the Wizards now have to do what he commands, and obviously the Wizards have been looking after him, or maybe the Wizards even crafted him. We don't exactly know what is going on. So the Wizards are playing a very key part in the Fortnite storyline, from what I can tell, relating to Polar Pete, their screenshots that we've seen, and also Fortnite's tweets. So very interesting, and also that ball obviously that's on their desk. But a lot of you are probably going to be saying, Pat, you said the map was melting. Now, if you guys didn't watch all of them videos, I actually mentioned that the map is melting. However, it's not melting right now. I personally believe that during Season 8, this area of the map will then start to melt throughout Season 8. And that's when we'll see the dragons pop in towards the end of Season 8 and Season 9. And they won't be dragons, I don't think anyway. I think there'll be something like sea serpents or something that goes under the ocean and pops into Greasy Grove, a melted version of Greasy Grove, and then swims around in Greasy Grove, this area. And also they could be rideable, they could be something that kills us in the game, we don't exactly know. Now, another thing that I am considering happening whenever this event happens, I will keep you guys updated with the event and stuff. If stuff does start happening in Fortnite Battle Royale event-wise, I'll be sure to stream it and let you guys know. Also, for those wondering, the iceberg over there, which I'll put on screen right now, where the bunker is underneath. Apparently, I've seen on Twitter, when everybody hits it online, the health goes down. I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not. I personally believe it's just a timer ticking down. But apparently, if people start hitting it, it loses more health faster. I just can't see that working in general. I can't see Fortnite programming that across every single server worldwide, unless, you know, they could do it like for EU, Australia, and obviously different servers, different regions. They could have it so it hatches then, which would be pretty interesting. I think that would be pretty cool. So each server could have their own version of like the hatched bunker, a little bit like we had the New Year's event, and obviously a few other things where you could go on different servers to preview it early. I remember once you could go on the Oceania server to preview something early. It was like one of the events or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something like that. But anyway, moving on from there, moving over to this section, which relates to the new stone figure we have over here, which has actually changed its direction. So originally the stone figure was stood with its arms kind of outwards, then it moved its arms to its face almost like it was crying, and then it also had its arm pointing towards Polar Pete. But now it's back into a battle stance. So this is something that I want to kind of bring up on, because I personally think this is indicating something that we could get something like a boss, or maybe a dragon, most likely some sort of Ice King boss that's going to spawn in, and this stone creature is kind of indicating to us that it's ready for battle. That's what I personally think, because obviously the first screenshot with his arms out, I think it was this screenshot, I'm not 100% sure if it was this exact one, with his arms ready to fight and stuff. Then he was crying, and then he pointed towards Polar Pete, and then once he stopped being I think he pointed first and then cried, and then obviously he's now back in the battle stance, ready to warn us about something incoming, which is something that I really wanted to pick up on in the map change video, but I didn't want to discuss it that much because obviously there was a lot more map changes to show you guys. But there you are, you have my theory regarding that. I personally think he is ready, and he knows that something is coming to the Fortnite Battle Royale map. I do like the way they've done this with the stone character here. I like the way they've customized it every single week and changed the direction of its hands and stuff, and it does point towards Polar Peak in one of the weeks. But yeah, he's done really well, and I think definitely it's something that we can kind of link into the Fortnite storyline that kind of hints towards the future. Other than that, I kind of want to link this to the Season 9 and Season 8 stuff, just because I think, you know, with an event happening and stuff, it's going to have some sort of kind of like challenges related to it, a little bit like we had the event which happened over Loot Lake. If you guys remember, we actually got the challenges for Kevin's Cube. I guess this event is probably going to get challenges as well. And from just like thinking about it and what could possibly come from it, well, if the Ice King, I was about to call him the Snow King, if the Ice King is rising from some sort of snowfall or some sort of thing that he's summoned in with the wizard, some sort of magical spell, when this like opens up, it starts summoning like a whirlwind or something of snow. That's what I can imagine. We're probably going to get kind of like a boss or something that comes into the map, because we had the cube monsters which were related to the cube event. So doing this could like link in some sort of kind of either like snow monsters or one big monster. I personally feel like it's going to be more leading towards one big thing, just because when you look at the Fortnite storyline and stuff, we've already had the cube monsters, we've got the dragons, which could be a total of 5 actually by the eggs, which could possibly be in, so they could be in it. I doubt they're going to be put in this season though. I think they're going to be like a later addition, a little bit like the bunker, not had much effect yet. But obviously right now these eggs are currently stable and potentially eventually obviously as seasons go on, we'll definitely get more of a thing happening there with the eggs hatching, and probably something to do with dragons or some sort of sea creature or something. So I am really excited for the Fortnite storyline. I do personally believe that we are going to see something major in the next few days or so. I will be covering events on my channel live if it is a live event or things are happening in real time. It's been a while since Fortnite have done a real time event or a restart event. There's loads of different types of events that I've mentioned. We've had the ones where you can actually watch. We had the one last season, the butterfly event, but we haven't really had any events since the cube actually flew around the map. And it was really cool, like coming on every day to check where the cube was at. And I feel like the real-time events, when you'd get like the things coming in, you'd have to reset it and be like, "Ooh, what's going on here?" and see what's happening. And you'd have to reset it, and you reset it, and something happens. We've not really had any of them. So we have like the real-time events, which obviously when the lake went purple, that was a real-time event. And then we had the other event, which was like the one with the actual like cube dropping down. It's, well, I don't know what you want to call them, the floating islands. It was actually located over here. Obviously all the pieces fell down here, and this was a big part in the Fortnite storyline. This was a restart event, so it was still a live event, but you had to actually physically restart your game or restart the server you were on to actually see the changes. I don't know if that was a glitch or not. And then we have the other events as well, which are just consistently going, so like the real-time live consistent events. There's just so many different events that are going on in Fortnite. And then we have the official events, which Epic announced some crazy things happening. That's like the rocket launch, and also we had the other official event, which was the butterfly event. Other than that, we've not had an official event. I hope Epic do announce something in the next few days or so. If there is going to be a date for this, it's probably going to be the weekend. I feel like the weekend is the best option for an event for Epic Games to host. It'll be when everyone's free. That's what we can expect regarding a upcoming event. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you are new around here and you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do so to keep up to date with the latest Fortnite map changes, storyline content, and anything else Fortnite that I find very interesting. I will be sure to cover it on my channel. I've also been covering upcoming news and concepts recently, and a lot of people have been enjoying that. So I'll be sure to carry that on for a while. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that sort of content, you can. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And once again, this is postboxpat signing out.